Hi, my name is Bob Kellough, and I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of the new Pro Sound Effects library called King Collection Guns. It's a series of artillery and weapons recorded by Richard King and his sound recordists. I gotta say, the library sounds fantastic, and I'm excited to show it to you. Okay, here we are with King Collection Guns. I'm looking just at the Finder level first, and we can see we're broken up into a few different groups. We have the metadata, this is kind of what you get right out of the gate. So let's flip over to search and we can dig in a little bit more. Okay, so again, here's our groups. We have artillery, which will be like your heavy artillery, handling, which might be gun movements and such, machine guns, pistols, ricochets, rifles, and shotguns. So something to note, bear in mind, this is Richard King we're talking about, so his filmography spans period films such as Master and Commander and Dunkirk, to contemporary films such as the Dark Knight series. So with that, in this library you're going to see everything from cannons and single bore rifles all the way to submachine guns. So I've pulled a few things over into Pro Tools, but before we get into that, I also wanted to show you just the way that they've laid everything out. As you can see, these guns were multi-mic'd, and that's basically every recording that I found so far has been multi-mic'd with multiple monos, multiple stereos. So what we have then is we'll have different perspectives, meaning we'll have some microphones that have been taped onto the body, some microphones that are downrange, and we also get a lot of character from the different microphone choices. So let's just go right into it, into Pro Tools. So first sound I pulled to check out is a 40mm anti-aircraft gun called a Bofors. It was used in World War II. So as we can see here, we've got about 9 monos and 8 stereos. So if we play the whole thing together, this is what it sounds like. Pretty great. Now if we start digging into the isolated tracks, this is what we hear. Oops, sorry. And then we'll skip over to the stereos here. So you can tell just by picking a few of the monos and stereos, what we're hearing is some different perspectives, some stuff that's close in, some stuff that's focused in more on the mechanics, and some things that are downrange. Gives you some scale, some scope. It's really useful in editing, and it's really tasty in presenting these recordings, is that you can choose which ones you want to feature. If you're close in on the weapon, if you're downrange, you've got these selections. Other thing that's key is that each of these recordings sound fantastic. We're really close in, you can just hear the pop. I love this recording. All the way down to this guy. Now what's also been included is a composite recording. So that would be basically the sum of all of our isolated tracks. So let's just mute those and play this. So what I'm finding as I go through the library is that each weapon will have its isolated tracks in monos and stereos, and then it will have this stereo summed track. So if you're cutting quickly, if you just need a sound, if you're cutting stage fixes, for example, you could grab that and probably be fine. If you have a little more time, if you want to dig in, you definitely have the ISOs available to you. So then we have some multiples. Oops. Which is just, come on, that's great. So this is a period piece. Let's say this is a weapon that was used, well, it's still being used today, but it was created just around World War II. So then we could go over something a little more modern, which is the HK, I believe it's the UMP. It's a submachine gun. Now what's great about, again, in this library is we have the weapons both from interior perspectives and exterior perspectives. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to play a little bit of this guy. obviously that's our interior. We can hear the reflections. And then here's our exterior. Same thing goes for the AK-47s. We have our interiors over here and exteriors here. I particularly love this one. I love that echo. So what's great is that having an interior microphone perspective and an exterior, as you're cutting a scene together, or if you're cutting an animatic or cinematic, we've got different people propped around, let's say a structure. Some people are outside, some people are inside. You have the ability to cut that rather quickly because, again, each recording is just so good that if you picked a side, like let's say we go for the interiors and we're going to throw in this guy and top him with this guy. I mean, those just randomly two selections already sound really fantastic, let alone everything you have available to you. And again, we have our handling. We have the same situation here with the Glocks, a rifle. I just love how it goes out. And so on and so forth. And again, as I was saying, because it's Richard King and the scope of films he's worked on, we do have these cannons. Not only that, you get these tasty little things like cannonball flyovers. In the library as well, flip back over here, there are ricochets. In the ricochets, I'm also seeing some impacts, which are extremely useful. Cutting the weapon, you're definitely going to have some other sounds beyond just the blast. So again, this is the King Guns. So we're looking at about 515 files. If we flip over to King Guns Pro, we're looking at about 4,400 files. I think there's actually a few more that I didn't pull in. It's the same layout. We can see artillery down to shotguns. And it's the same idea with things being recorded. And let's go over to, how about machine guns? So as you can see here, we've got the guns, we've got some stereos, we've got some monos, we have our descriptions. It's very much the same situation where it's just recorded very, very well. Yeah, I mean, these sound amazing. Very well, very disciplined in that the layout of the recordings just, honestly, I threw these into Pro Tools and I just snapped everything to the cursor and they line up perfectly. There's really no issue with phasing. There's no issue with any kind of masking. And again, you have the composite, so if you are concerned, if you are just kind of trying to fly and cut things in quick, you could just dump down and grab these guys here. But it's definitely worth going through and picking through the sounds that they have they've laid out. They've done an excellent job with description and metadata. I mean, you would expect nothing less from these guys, but really just the sounds, the quality of the sounds, the quality of the recordings is just phenomenal. So, okay, that was a quick walkthrough. I'm really excited to listen to more of these, and I'm really excited to hear what you guys do with it. So I've got nothing else to say. You should go get this library. Even the King, so the King Guns, again, it's 515 sounds. The thing is that you're getting cannons, you're getting handguns, you're getting rifles, you're getting machine guns, you're getting impacts, you're getting recos. It's a really great, broad library, in a tight package in 500 sounds that you could do, no pun, you could do a lot of damage with this library, and it's going to sound fantastic. So go get it.